Go time in Music City. The road to Omaha starts here for the Bucks of East Tennessee State, champions from the SoCon, and the Louisville Cardinals back in the NCAA tournament for the first time in 3 years. Here's a look at the Nashville bracket. The #1 national seed and SEC tournament champion Vanderbilt Commodores face Horizon League champ Wright State at 6 o'clock.
An 11-game hit streak, hitting .330 on the year. 16 bombs, just got picked up his 200th hit in the SoCon tourney.
Breaking ball in there for strike 3. Good start for Patrick Forbes. That'll bring up the right fielder Blake Jacklin. Veteran outfielder for Canada swings at the first pitch and he'll send it into center field. Strong base hit for Jacklin. And the Bucks are in business. National news in 2012. Seawolves got to the College World Series that year. In on the hands and a tied up Torres. Second strikeout for Forbes. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tristan Curlis, who has 24 2-out RBIs this year. Swung on and missed, and Forbes strikes out the side. Gives up the hitter in this region. And the first pitch from Fink is swung on and lifted to center. The wind is blowing out, but this one is going to be medium deep to left center field. And Moore is retired on 1 pitch. That's 1 out, the 2-2 from Fink. Swung on, got him on the changeup. 81 miles an hour. And Klein was out in front of it, 2 down.
Yeah, I've been curious to see. Klein only got 2 at-bats after.
Ground ball to short. That's where Cody Miller will be playing this weekend. Throws across the diamond, and it's a 1-2-3 9-pitch inning for Carter Fink. So we have played 1 in Nashville, no score. Forbes needed just 14 pitches to get through the first inning. Man, he's got that breaking ball, Greg, working so well here early.
Yeah, just a lot different. First one was a little
with Jacklin in the first inning after a base hit, but otherwise it's been pretty clean sailing here for Forbes. Now a walk. That was a big miss. So the first free pass allowed by Patrick Forbes, and after drawing a walk. Hit hard to center. Lucas Moore, terrific defensive center fielder, makes a few steps to his left to catch that. Pitch is spiked by Forbes, comes caroming off the back wall. And Paul Meese is now in scoring position. Matt Klein looked for that ball, and before he knew it, it was back over his shoulder. Longhorns won 2 of his first 4 starts. Breaking ball again, and Klein has to chase. And now Paul Meese is at third base. Swung on and missed, and Forbes is able to get Louisville off the field. 6 and 9 runs batted in. Louisville still looking for its first hit. Inside out swing, soft liner, and Tristan Curlis backhands it. That was in on the hands on King. ERA is down by a full run from last season and has been steady Eddie at the front of this rotation. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Second strikeout for Fink, 2 down.
But just
now ground ball. Miller comes over and throws out Zion Rose. He's out on 1 pitch. It in at the SoCon tournament. And that big 2-run homer against Samford in the title game. And gets hit here. So another free pass allowed by Forbes. The walk in the second, and now a hit by the 7th. A lot of no decisions since then. This one is hit hard, high and deep, right center field, carrying, and goodbye home run. Cody Miller, his 17th of the year, a 2-run shot here in the 3rd inning, and it's 2-0 Bucks. 400 feet to right center field for Miller.
Cody Miller's 17th home run on the year. And this is a little bit of what we were talking about with the scatter shot with Forbes, that first one was perfect. He runs the fastball up and in, gets a half check swing. This one is right down Broadway. Cody Miller just buries it to right center. And the Bucks are on the board first.
Again, so much power in this lineup. And he draws a walk. As all of a sudden Patrick Forbes has lost in Knoxville in 10 innings. And now, you know, leading the 2 seed here in the regional early. Swung on and missed. And there's Forbes coming right back with a big strikeout of Torres for the first out.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Nice sequence and finish this inning. Get out of here with only 2 runs.
Struck him out. Back-to-back Ks of Torres and Curlis, the 3 and 4 hits hitter. Infield playing to pull. Here's the 3-2, and it's up and outside. Walked him. Second walk of the inning. Third freebie, counting the Yakubinis hit by pitch.
And that's the second time that he.
They've been more patient. This one is jumped on, hit high. Medium deep right field in the corner. That's Garrett Pike, and he's got it for the third out. So East Tennessee State will strand a couple, but they get a couple on their 17th. Named to the ACC All-Freshman team, 283, 18 homers, and 50 runs batted in. This one is lined right into the glove of Curlis. Second time he has fielded a line drive. Line drive, and that's going to be a base hit for Neighbors. First hit of the game for the Cardinals. Now maybe that will start something for Louisville. Runner goes and pitches outside. Here comes the throw, and it's offline. J.D. Yakubinis, you know, had a decent pitch to work with. It was up and away, but the throw was well behind the
pick and everything else.
147 steals now. Alisea fans on it. Yakubinis has to throw to first in time to get him for the second out. And Neighbors has to stand pat at second base when he's running the bases. 2-2 to Lucas Moore. And this one is hammered deep right field. Forget about it. Goodbye home run. And we're tied at 2. Lucas Moore with his 5th of the year as the Cardinals finally get to Fink here in the 3rd inning.
Well, you could see as the at-bat went on, Moore was getting more locked in on where that changeup was coming out of. And that was what he defended the pitch before that. Nice changeup down and away. Spoils it off into left field. This fastball gets run right down through Happy Zone. Moore drops ahead of the bat, and we are all tied up.
What an at-bat for Moore. As Klein.
Knowing Fink and this pitch calling right here is probably going to be a fastball up out of the zone or another changeup.
Couple of strikeouts in the inning for Carter Fink. Tying the game at 2 in the 3rd inning. Now the Bucks back at the plate. Axel Melendez lifts one to left. There's Zion Rose. He has a measure, makes the catch. 1 down. And this is a big inning.
Doesn't mean anything.
3-2 to Ferguson, and Forbes gets another strikeout.
Comes around to score, and look what happened.
Never fails. Baseball gods. They have a sense of humor. Yakubinis flies out to right. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and
we run a fastball up and in.
And he does, but it misses. And so Jake Monroe, the leadoff hitter in the 4th inning, is aboard for Louisville.
Stretch now, whole different set of rhythm.
Hit on the ground and past diving Henry Ferguson into right field. Monroe is going to gallop into 3rd. Runners at the corners and nobody out for the Cardinals. Again, on this turf, the ball moves pretty fast, and this is lined to center. Monroe will score. Heading to 3rd is King. Here comes the throw, and King is out. Good throw from Paul Meese from center field to record the first out of the inning. goes into second base with a run batted in. A tournament after a 2-year absence. And are they going to call a balk? Yes, they are. Garrett Pike got a big lead, kind of spooked Carter Fink, and it forced him into a balk, and now he's at third base. A slump. He's had a really good year. And hammers this one to center. Paul Meese going back on the warning track, makes the catch. Pike will tag from third, and it's now 4-2 Louisville. And now Tate Davis, who lined out to first, is one time up. Little number left side. This could be a tough play for Fink. And drew the first baseman Curlis off the bag. NCAA tournament that is active. 11 regional openers they have won in the NCAA tournament. As this one has popped up, Miller's got it. And Neighbors is out on one pitch. So Fink gets first taste of Omaha. Helped the Citadel get there in 1990 as their leadoff hitter. Won the SoCon that year. And the last SoCon team to reach the College World Series. Run in 1990. Bounding ball to first. Davis steps on the bag, and Blake Jacklin is retired. So this is shaping up to be another good inning. 6 in a row set down by Patrick Ford.
Competitive coming towards the zone.
(3-2). That was competitive. Third strikeout, fifth for Louisville, leading 4-2 in this regional opener in Nashville. Soft liner to left, and coming on is Melendez, lays down for it, makes the catch. And now here comes Moore.
Really has a plan and a program that he wants to run.
There's a walk to Moore. I think was extremely careful that time.
All right, so when somebody gets on time, a player, and all Fink has thrown him are change-ups. So now he's sliding up in the box, trying to get on time on that pitch.
There goes Moore, and there's another stolen base. 47 on the year. Surprise Klein. Fly ball. Deep right center field. Is it going to stay in the ballpark? Carrying, gone. Goodbye home run. And that's why Fink didn't throw a fastball. Finally does, and Klein runs it out of here for his 4th home run of the year, a 2-run job in the 5th. And it's now 6-2 Louisville. Two runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th for Louisville. One out, bases empty for Monroe. Off speed pitch, got him. And that's the 2nd out. His first in more than 2 months. Fly ball center field. This has a chance. Paul Meese on his horse. Looking up, reaching up, and it's gone. Goodbye home run. Eddie King Jr. a solo blast. 3rd home run of the game for the Cardinals. 416 feet. And even if the wind is a little bit behind a ball going that way, that was crushed. 7 unanswered runs for the Cardinals.
That ball was obliterated. Breaking ball left elevated out over. He just saw his buddy before him, Monroe, strike out on that same pitch.
Now trying to butt his way on is Garrett Pike, and this could be a tough play at first. Safe. Garrett Pike beats it out. His 2nd hit.
The lineup. This Louisville team woke up really very well disciplined on their takes.
Swung out and missed. And that's going to end the inning. Zion Rose strikes out, but Louisville 10 strikeouts, Ole.
Yeah, he is dominant right now, mixing up pitches. Just been a couple of erratic misses, but that one was not an erratic miss. Nice 2-seam fastball. The wars, and so now it's just, hey, calm down. Let's find a way to get a little bit of base runners on, get some traffic.
Called strike 3, back-to-back Ks in the 6th, and 3 in a row. Just below the knees, a free pass here, ending a string of 9 in a row retired for Patrick Forbes.
Stuff and make a good pitch in a nice location.
Payoff pitch, runner goes, swung on and missed. That's a baker's dozen. 13 strikeouts for Patrick Forbes. And that ties a career high. Not a ton of hits for Louisville, but boy, they have made him count. 7 runs on 7 hits. And it's called strike 3. Davis goes down looking as Derek McCarley starts. This is Kamayu Neighbors, swings at the first pitch. Fielded on a hop by Gallagher at third, and Grant Gallagher throws across for the second out. You know, a 5-run lead in the 6th inning is pretty comfortable, but oh, that hit him. Another good at bat by Alisea. He's aboard with 2 outs. I mean, it's a painful at bat, but
and he is definitely right on that line of trying to give the hitter the impression.
Wow, they picked off Alisea. Can he beat the throw? No, he cannot. The throw from the first baseman, Curlis, right on a dime to second. And the inning is over. So McCarley hits Alisea, but Missouri Valley Conference Pitcher of the Year last year. This has been a great addition out of the portal for Dan McDonald.
Yeah, led the MVC in ERA, 10th in strikeouts. Really solid arm.
Boy, I guess so. Strikes out Montesano with East Tennessee State. Look out, hit him a back. Oh, it's the second time the Yakubinas has been hit. So a 1-out base runner and back to the top of the order in Miller. This one is hit hard and deep. Right center, still going back and on the warning track, caught by Lucas Moore. One of the best center fielders in the ACC. He hauls it in for the second to right field. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jacklin. Brennan Cutts on in relief for Louisville. Rears back and throws a perfect pitch, chased by Jacklin for strike 3. College World Series champions have come from the SEC. Vanderbilt here in Nashville will try to keep that going, as Lucas Moore is going to be safe at first base. That is another error on East Tennessee State. Ground ball to first, picked by Curlis. He is going to win the race to the bag at first. He thought he may have had a force play at second. That's, you don't want to tax your bullpen early. Ground ball to deep short. Miller, throw in time to get the runner. Moore goes over to third on the play, so Monroe is retired. 2 outs. The game. Line to right center. That's going to find the gap. Another run driven in by Eddie King Jr. And it's 8-2.
So we're starting to get a little bit of rain.
Comebacker, Eaton will flip it to first, and the inning is over. But not before the Cardinals strike for another one.
Striking out 13, you can do whatever you want.
2-2, soft liner, and snared by Neighbors. Kamayu Neighbors making as a pitcher.
Well, I mean, the one thing you're really concerned with is...
Oh, my. Hold that thought. Goodbye home run. Tristan Curlis. With the bases empty here in the 8th inning. Second home run of the day for East Tennessee State. And it's now 8-3.
10th home run on the year. ETSU able to answer that Louisville run in the bottom of the 7th. Keeps them within 5. Fastball inside part of the plate, and Curlis just smashed it.
Well, that's the first hit since the 3rd inning for the Bucks. It was also a homer off the bat of Cody Miller.
Traction.
Oh, good pitch. Struck him out on the changeup. 17 major league pitchers. Strike 3. So Cutts gives up the home run. Fly ball. Behind the bag at second. The shortstop calling everybody off. Cody Miller came a long way to the right side of second base to make that catch.
Late in the season.
Boy, that is hammered opposite field for Davis. This has a chance at the wall. Melendez can't make the play. And walking into second base with a stand-up double, Tag Davis. He had 15 as a redshirt freshman in 07. That was a College World Series year. Another one popped up behind the bag at second. And again, Miller is going to handle it. So McQuitchening Alicea stays from the left-hand side, wraps it to second base. That is Gallagher, and that is the inning. So Tag Davis with a double, but he is stranded. In line for win number 3 on the year. This is pounded to center. Moore walks back and makes the catch. So Melendez is out, number 1 of the 9th.
Is pounding the fastballs away and down.
And now ETSU is down to its last out.
Fastball down, just here it is. Cutts. They keep hitting him.
Yeah, he's been hit by 2 pitches. Also flew out, and he is likely going to fly out here. Good ball game for Louisville here in game 1 of the Nashville Regional. Patrick Forbes, his 3rd win of the year. Brennan Cutts, a 3-inning save, his 1st of the year. Saw some offense from the Cardinals. They have won 12 straight regional openers now, the longest active streak in the country in Division I.
The offense showed just enough, 9 hits, but it was really all about the pitching and Forbes and Cutts shutting down this powerful offense of ETSU.